Could there be another possible Nikola Vucevic resolution as the veteran big man is entering the final year of his 3-year contract with the Chicago Bulls? Big Dave, you did some sleuthing, and you found something that was aggregated from Sports Illustrated that was originally from Sportando, an international sports website, and actually they found it from Sport Club, which is a Serbian sports website. And this came from Kevin Martirano of Sportando.
Main man.
Quote, according to Sport Club, the situation is also being closely monitored by several European clubs, especially in the Euroleague. Vucevic is a well-known fan of Crvena Zvezda Belgrade, probably butchered the first 2 words there,
all right,
which could fuel dreams among the Serbian club's supporters of landing a major signing, end quote. This is pretty fascinating because this is the first we've heard of Vooch potentially doing what Valančiūnas didn't quite do earlier this offseason move of a Euro big man, played in the NBA a long time, made some good money, and is kind of wondering what the final chapter or chapters of his NBA career or his playing career is going to be, and could it possibly be away from the Bulls and away from the NBA entirely?
Yeah, Valančiūnas is the one that really opened my eyes up to this possibility. So that's why when I saw it, it kind of, just sparked that in my brain, because what he did made it a reality. Wanting to sign with this team, and during a time where you can go to the Denver Nuggets, who truly needed you, who is, ironically, their best player is Serbian. So going there and turning down that opportunity to say, nah, I want to go play overseas, it's not something you normally see. It's something you normally see when someone is kind of in the twilight of their career, or when they just, can't do it here anymore for whatever reason.
Right.
Nikola Mirotic.
Hey, Nico!
Yeah, still balling out. When he left, he became the man again, back home. Shout out to him for that. But it raised my eyebrow, because I was like, well, if Valančiūnas would make this decision, why wouldn't Vooch make a decision like this? Last year of the deal, 21 mil. You're still with the team that you were hoping you would be traded from during the season last year. You're still kind of up in the air about whether you're going to be here or not, with the Chicago Bulls, and giving you this opportunity to go home, you know what I mean, to your home, to your house, and play for your home team, who you're going to get nothing but that kind of love from. So that's what made it really intriguing. And like, this could possibly be a reality and something that Vooch may consider doing if it really truly comes up.
And the team that was trying to sign Valančiūnas, Panathinaikos,
yes,
that was also part of this write-up on Sportando. Like, they're currently searching for a center. They tried to get Jonas Valančiūnas.
Yes.
It couldn't work out. He was committed to the Nuggets. They could also be interested in Vooch, as well as other financially powerful European teams. So it's like, look, Vooch can produce.
Yes, he can.
We saw this past season, he can still produce at a high level in the NBA. So he can go and produce over there as well.
Yeah.
There is also the other wrinkle of this. Jake Fisher was doing like a stream on Bleacher Report a week or so ago, and he said the thing about like the market for the trade market for Vooch right now is pretty dry, so much so that I might even be as bold to say it could be more likely that he is bought out than that he is traded. And then there was some pushback on that from a couple other places. Our guy Mark Stein said there's still some trade value there. And then Casey Johnson said, like, look, let's all remember, the Bulls are not really a buyout kind of organization. They don't do that often. They don't like doing that.
Not how they roll.
So I still don't see the buyout as a very likely option. It's not impossible.
Yes.
So if you're talking about the Bulls entering the season with Vooch as your starting center, and then maybe trying to find some resolution for yourselves and for him, and they don't love any of these offers, maybe there is a situation where they just buy him out and he's free to go and play over in Europe. But I think even AK, who we criticize from time to time for not getting the most out of trades that he perhaps could, if they get any substantive offer for trades for Vooch as they play their way through the first half of the season and that February deadline approaches, you have to consider that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, he'll finish the season with whatever NBA team offers the Bulls that trade, and then he could move to Europe. But like, from the Bulls' perspective, it makes no sense to be like, you want to go play in Europe? Okay, go play in Europe.
Yeah, and I think also, AK, another European tie.
Right.
Right there. So he understands what it means to go back there and play for those teams as well. So that's what also, for me, might make it a possibility and a reality that he would consider something like this because he gets it, because he is the man. You know what I'm saying? Back there in that region. So it's not crazy to him.
Right. And,
to think
and
about
I think it's also interesting to point, like, AK loves Vooch.
Yes, without
loves
a doubt.
Vooch. They're they're like old school Euro,
yes,
basketball junkies. AK's the one who went and made that Vooch trade because he wanted him to come play for the Bulls.
Bad.
Then he re-signed Vooch when a lot of people were like, do we want to keep Vooch around? What's the plan here? It's like, no, here's 3 years, $60 million.
Right.
AK loves Vooch.
Yes.
Which is kind of an interesting, two-sided coin. It's like, does he love Vooch so much that he can't let him go?
Right.
Or does he love him so much that he's like, if you love something, let it go.
Right. And again, because I'm just assuming in their conversations they have discussed, Euroleague and the basketball and the type of basketball that is played over there, and just the heritage of Karnisovas over there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure all that has come up and has been discussed. But also these teams that you mentioned, like you said, Matt, these teams are not broke. You know what I'm saying? They got checks too. So he's not taking a real pay cut. To go over there. They're going to pay that man. And he might get a check that he can't get here. That is a possibility that he can get a check over there, which is, again,
this is why Denzel Valentine is playing overseas right now.
Yes, it's why main man Matt Thomas is over there.
There you go.
This is why.
This is why Jabari Parker is playing over there. It's like, if you're not getting those checks for NBA teams, you can get them internationally.
And you can still revitalize your career because basketball has made the world smaller. So going over there and being the man there still means something. Like, look at Stephon Marbury and what he did with his career. He had a really great NBA career. He is Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, over there where he's at, man. So I'm not going to take it out of the realm of possibility or think it's crazy, because I think it's a possibility for Vooch and something that is not insane if he's considering it.
And the last thing to think about is that when you think back to Vooch's end of season press conference a few months ago and talking about what's important to him at this stage in his career, he was talking about winning.
Yeah.
Like contending, being on a real championship contending team. He's made money. He's made money on somewhere between mid teams to bad teams for most of his NBA career. Yeah. And winning is important. Is winning in the NBA important?
Yeah.
Veteran minimum kind of contract, or a biannual, or maybe a mid-level at most for a team that is contending and can't afford to throw a big bag at Vooch? Or is winning and contending to win championships in the Euroleague, in Vooch's mind, just as good when you're talking about what matters at this stage of your career being winning?
Yeah, it's true. All that is a possibility and something that he will be thinking about when he's making these kind of decisions, man, going forward. And again, I can't tell you and stress to y'all enough how much that weighed on me when I was like, no, dude, this is for real. Like, this is a for real possibility. Like, everything you just brought up as far as the consideration, all of that is for real. Having 1 year left, not having a ton of success here. We just talked about in our last show with our guy Elias when he was running down trade opportunities, like the teams that Vooch would, be sent to, like Boston. They might make a deep playoff run. We don't know if they will. They could easily go out in the first round as much as they could go to the Eastern Conference Finals just because they don't have Tatum. And the other trade was to Charlotte. They're not going to be making any kind of playoff
Vooch
run.
would be like, I'm not going to
Charlotte. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
You don't have a no trade clause. I don't care. I'm not going to Charlotte.
I'm not ever leaving.
So I'm like, if those are your possibilities and you're trying to get to a position where you can make deep playoff runs and, have that kind of success, and it doesn't seem like that with these teams, why not consider going back home and becoming the man back home, getting that MVP trophy, maybe even getting a championship with that team, man? So, and getting paid while you're doing it. Like, all of this is open for him, man, and he should be absolutely weighing all his options.